friends, I am Mr. Narendra Jangalale from Kokle Education Society's RM Bhatt High School, Parel. Welcome students. Today we are going to study SSC Class 10th Maths Part 1 Second Chapter Quadratic Equations. From that chapter we are going to study Practice Set 2.1. So let us study Practice Set 2.
Hello students, let us see Practice Set 2.1 from second chapter Quadratic Equation. Students, we studied the first chapter, that is linear equation in two variable. So let us study first the introduction of quadratic equation. What is meant by quadratic equation and what is the standard form of that quadratic equation? In 9th standard, we have a chapter polynomials. Polynomial. Then we studied the degree of polynomial. The highest index is called the degree of that polynomial. The highest index of variable is called degree of that polynomial. So here, if the degree of polynomial is 1, for example, here we write 2x plus 3. This is a linear polynomial. And if 2x square plus x plus 5, then that is called quadratic polynomial, because the degree of this polynomial, yani highest index of that variable is 1. That's why this is called linear polynomial, and the equation also called as linear equation. If we write is equal to 0, then it becomes equation, and here we write is equal to 0, then it becomes equation. This is called quadratic equation. So the quadratic equation, if the degree of that equation is 2, then that is called quadratic equation. So here let us see some examples of quadratic equation. So the equation of this type is called quadratic equation. That means the highest index, and here only one variable is there. Remember, here two variables. Here consider two examples. Suppose this is a rectangular plot. Suppose this is a rectangular plot ABCD, and here one PQRS is another rectangular plot. PQRS is another rectangular plot. Both plots are given PQRS. Now area of this plot is given 200 square meter and perimeter of this plot is given 30 meter. Now in this example, if we consider x is the breadth, y is the length of that, then we can write the perimeter is equal to 2 into bracket x plus y is equal to 30. So we get this equation, divide by 2, we get x plus y is equal to 15. So this is a linear equation in two variable. And here, if the length is given, breadth is given x and the length is given x plus 2, then the area is equal to x multiplied by x plus 2. Area of that plot is equal to 200. When we solve that equation, x into x is x square plus 2 into x, 2x is equal to 200, and if we simplify, we get x square plus 2x and minus this 200 is equal to 0. So this is an example of quadratic equation. So this is the quadratic equation. So this type of examples are in quadratic equation. Now let us see what is meant by standard form. So student, remember again, if the degree of that equation is 2, means highest index is 2, then it is called the quadratic equation. सबसे बड़ा जो इंडेक्स है वो 2 होना चाहिए मैक्सिमम, and only one variable, that is called quadratic equation. So what is the general form or standard form of a quadratic equation? So let us study that standard form of a quadratic equation. The standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And here one condition is there, a should not be 0. Why? Because that square term, if square term becomes 0, then it becomes linear equation, not a quadratic equation. And that's why that a never 0. So this is called the standard form. Here a, b and c are called coefficient of that square term, coefficient of that middle term, and this is the constant term. So a, b, c, these are the numbers. For example, if one equation is given 5x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now if we compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then what are the values of that ABC? So coefficient of square term is a is equal to 5 here. Coefficient of middle term b is equal to 3, and the constant term is c is equal to 2. So in this way we can write the given equation in its standard form, and then we can decide the values of, write the values of a, b, c. The second thing, by observing the equation, directly we can't say, suppose this is the equation x plus 1 upon x is equal to 2. This is one of the equation. So here if we observe the index of that x, it is 1. But after simplification, if we multiply it by x, we get x into x, x square, plus here 1, x get cancelled, is equal to 2x, and if we simplify we get x square, this minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. So whenever we have to identify, whenever we have to decide whether the given equation is quadratic equation, then first simplify the equation and write in its standard form, means all the terms to left hand side and 0 only on right hand side, and then decide whether it is quadratic equation. So is it clear, this quadratic equation? Now to solve this practice set 2.1, in practice set 2.1, 2 points are there. First point, this quadratic equation means identify the quadratic equation. Some equations will be given and we have to decide which one is the quadratic equation. That is the first part. Second part, the equations are given, all are the quadratic, but these are given in a random sequence, means the terms are not arranged properly. Practice set 2.1. Here the first question is, write any two quadratic equations. So any, you can use any variable and any type of. So here we are writing the two quadratic equation, 3x square plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. You can write any equation. Second equation, 5y square, but the maximum term is a square term, means the maximum index of the variable is 2, plus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. So these are the two quadratic equations. Easily we can write. This may be asked for 1 mark. So in this way we can easily write quadratic equation. You can write so many equations, quadratic equations, using so many variables, all the variables. So this is the question number 1 from practice set 2.1. Now let us see question number 2. So what is that question number 2? Some equations are given. We have to decide which of the following are quadratic equation. That means equations जो कुछ दिया है उसमें से कौन सा quadratic equation है और कौन सा नहीं है, ये हम लोग को डिसाइड करना है. We have to decide whether the given equation is quadratic or not a quadratic equations. So here x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. If we observe this equation, it is already written in standard form. Standard form means in the reducing order of their that indices, decreasing order. And second thing, all the terms are on the left hand side, 0 must be on the right hand side. So it is already, and observe the degree of that equation. Here degree is 2, therefore we can write our answer. It is a quadratic equation, or the given equation is a quadratic equation. That is our answer. Only we have to write this one. It is quadratic equation or not a quadratic equation. Now in this case, here if we see the maximum or highest index is 2, but here in denominator y it is there. So first simplify this equation. So without simplifying, never decide the equation is quadratic or not a quadratic. So multiply by y. So we get y into y square is y cube, plus if we multiply by y get cancelled, is equal to 2y. So here multiplied by y. Here we multiplied by y. Now simplify the equation. Y cube minus this 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now observe that equation, whether it is quadratic. No, because the degree is 3. So we can write our answer. It is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. So that is our conclusion. Now let us see third sum. M plus 2, M minus 5 is equal to 0. So first open the brackets. Never decide directly by observing whether it is a quadratic or not a quadratic. Don't write directly. So first open the bracket. First term multiplied by the second bracket. Simple method. M into M minus 5. Or we can use the formula x plus a, x plus b, which we studied in 8th standard. But that is this is the simplest method. So multiply by the first term to the second bracket, and then second term to the second bracket is equal to 0. Now open the bracket. M multiplied by m, we get m square minus sign. 5 into m, 5m, plus 2 into m, 2m, and minus 5 to the 10 is equal to 0. Now simplify this equation. M square minus 5m and plus 2m. We get addition or subtraction of the coefficient only. 3m minus 3m minus 10 is equal to 0. So degree is 2. Therefore our conclusion is it is a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. So in this way, student, we can decide whether the given equation is quadratic equation or not a quadratic equation. So this is also for only 1 mark. Decide whether the given equation, only single equation will be given in the exam. So this is for only 1 mark. Decide the given equation is quadratic or not a quadratic. Then let us see third question. So students, in practice set 2.1, this is question number 3 from this practice set 2.1. write the following equations in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is called standard form. Means first we have to write the given equation in its standard form. Standard form means all the terms to left hand side and the 0 on right hand side. And second thing, the terms are written in the decreasing order of their indices. Then write the values of a, b, c by comparing. So here this minus y square becomes plus y square, plus this 2y as it is, and this plus 10 becomes minus 10. When we change the side of the equation or side of the term, then the sign of that term changes. So this y square is minus y square, it comes to left hand side, so it becomes plus y square. 2y as it is, plus 2y. 10 again moving towards the left hand side, so minus 10 is equal to 0. Now comparing this y square plus 2y minus 10 is equal to 0 with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So by comparing the given equation with x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the coefficient of square term is 1. That means a is equal to 1. The coefficient of middle term, that is b, is equal to 2. And the last term, that is constant term, that is called constant term, c is equal to minus 10. So in this way we can write the values of a, b, c by comparing the given equation with this x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So first simplify that equation and write in its standard form, and then compare with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So let us see that third sum from this question number 3. In this third sum, what is given? X square plus 5x is equal to minus 3x and minus 3 minus x. So what is this third sum? X square plus 5x is equal to minus 3 into bracket minus 3 minus x. You know the simplification rule, that is called BODMAS rule. First we have to open the brackets, that is bracket open. What is the meaning of that BODMAS? First open the bracket, then division, multiplication and addition, subtraction. So here first open the bracket. Simplify this one. X square plus 5x left hand side as it is. Here minus sign is there, so change the sign, minus 3 and minus minus plus x. Now write the terms on left hand side. X square plus 5x, this x becomes minus x and 3 becomes plus 3 is equal to 0. And therefore after simplification, x square plus 5x minus x is 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. We get this equation. Now comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get a means coefficient of square term, that is 1. B means coefficient of middle term, that is 4. C means constant term, that is 3. And write with signs. So sign must be there. Now let us see fifth sum from that question number 3. Here again simplify the equation first. Open the bracket. P into 3, 3p. Plus 6 into p is 6p square is equal to minus 5 as it is, because we are not multiplying throughout by p, only we are opening the bracket on left hand side. So first write the square term, 6p square plus 3p, and this constant term when moves to the left hand side become plus 5 is equal to 0. Now compare this comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get a is equal to 6, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5. So this is also for 1 mark. Compare and write the value of a, b, c. So that is also the simple part. Now let us see question number 4 from practice set 2.1. So this is very important. Determine whether the values given against each of quadratic equation are the root means solution of the equation. That means first value here, the first equation is given x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0, and we have to determine whether x is equal to 1 and second value x is equal to minus 1 are the roots of that equation, are not the root of that equation. Now how to decide? How to write? So write the given equation first. The given equation is here. So for first value, we have to check for first value for x is equal to 1. Whenever the value of variable is given x is equal to 1, how to write? Put x is equal to 1 in left hand side, let it be equation 1 of equation 1. The given equation, let it be equation 1. Now for x is equal to 1, put x is equal to 1 in the left hand side only. Therefore, write the left hand side, x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to. Now substitute x is equal to 1. Substitute x is equal to 1. So we get 1 square, x square means 1 square, plus 4 into x means 4 into 1 minus 5. Don't write 0. Whenever you write is equal to 0, your marks becomes 0. Then simplify. 1 square is 1 plus 4 ones are 4 and minus 5. Simple mathematics is there. 4 plus 1, 5 and minus 5 is equal to 0, which is equal to right hand side. So what is our conclusion? If we substitute x is equal to 1 in the given equation, then the left hand side is equal to right hand side. So what is our conclusion? For x is equal to 1, LHS is equal to RHS. LHS means left hand side and is equal to RHS means right hand side, because right hand side is 0. If value is 0, then it is the root. अगर ये वैल्यू 0 आता है तो is a root. अगर other than 0 आता है then it is not the root. That is the simple trick. So left hand side and right hand side becomes equal. Therefore x is equal to 1 is a root of, our conclusion is the root of, both are equal, then x is equal to 1, this value is a root of x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. So is it clear? First substitute the given value, write the given equation, let it be 1, then substitute the given value in the equation, only left hand side of that equation, and find the value. If that value is 0, then our conclusion is for x is equal to given value, left hand side is equal to right hand side, therefore it is the root. Now let's see one more value. Second value, x is equal to, for x is equal to minus 1. So first write the given equation, x square minus 4x, plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. This is the given equation and write it equation number 1. Now what we have to write? Put the value of x is equal to minus 1, that is given, in left hand side of equation 1, because right hand side is always 0. So only write left hand side, x square. When we write right hand side, our marks becomes equal to the right hand side, means 0. X square plus 4x minus 5. Now substitute this value, x is equal to -1. Either substitute here or here. We substitute here. X square means -1 square plus 4 into x, 4 into -1, and -5 as it is. Don't write 0, remember, because that is the habit. So -1 square, square of every number is positive, you know. So 1. 4 into -1 is -4. Whenever opposite sign, it is negative, and -5. So we get 1, and this -5 minus 4 is -9. So we get our answer -8, which is not equal to 0, means is not equal to our right hand side. So what is our conclusion? For x is equal to -1, left hand side is not equal to right hand side. So conclusion is LHS is not equal to RHS, and therefore x is equal to -1. If not equal, then is not a root of x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0, means not a root of that equation. So let us see again this question number 4. I am moving the screen. The first equation is x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. That is the given equation. So rewrite that equation and let it be 1. Now check for x is equal to 1. So for x is equal to 1. Now write the equation. It is equation 1. Put x is equal to 1 in the left hand side of that equation. So write left hand side. Substitute the value of x is equal to 1 and calculate the value. If it is 0, then our conclusion is for x is equal to 1, both the sides are equal, means LHS is equal to RHS, and therefore x is equal to 1 is the root of that equation. Second thing, whenever x is equal to -1, second value, for x is equal to -1, write the given equation again. X square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Let it be equation 1. Now put the given value in left hand side of that equation. Write the left hand side of that equation. Put x is equal to -1 and calculate. It is -8, means not is equal to 0. Then our conclusion is for x is equal to -1, left hand side and right hand side not equal, and whenever these are not equal, x is equal to given value is not the root of that equation, and whenever these are equal, LHS is equal to RHS in first example, then it is a root of that equation. So this question number 4 is very, very important. So do the practice of remaining sum. Only one sum is there, or more sums at home. So please do the practice of such type of sums, and if you have any doubt, then write in comment box. So let us see fifth sum from practice set 2.1. Find k if x is equal to 3 is a root of the equation, then equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then find k. Question number 4 and question number 5 are totally different. In 4, the value of x is equal to given value. We have to decide whether it is a root, and here it is given root. Now how to solve? Let us see. So what is given? X is equal to 3 is a root of equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now therefore put or substitute this value x is equal to 3 in the given equation. So here write both the side. Substitute this value in the given equation. So write the given equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now substitute x is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3, this k as it is, this becomes 3 square minus 10 into bracket 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Now this becomes 9k. 3 square is 9 minus 10 is 30 plus this 3 is equal to 0, and therefore 9k, this minus 30 plus 3, subtract the smaller number from larger one and plus the sign of larger one, so it is minus 27 is equal to 0, and after simplification we get 9k is equal to that minus 27 becomes plus 27. Now divide by 9, so k is equal to 27 divided by 9, so k is equal to 3. So in this way we can find the value of k. So here let us see that sum again. Find k if x is equal to 3 is a root of the given equation. The equation is given kx square minus a 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Here a term is missing. Instead of that a term, k is given, we have to find the value of that k. Now what is given? X is equal to 3 is a root of the given equation. So substitute that value in the equation. So rewrite the equation and substitute x is equal to 3. We get k is equal to 3. So in this way we can solve that sum number 5. And sum number 5 and 6 are same, but that 6 is in an activity type. It is an activity type sum. So let us see that sixth sum. So here it is the last sum from practice set 2.1, that is sixth sum. Here it is similar to fifth one. One of the root of equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is minus 7 by 5. The number is fraction. Then complete the activity to find the value of x. So dash is the root of quadratic equation. So it is the variable m. So m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 is the root of the quadratic equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0. So here we have to substitute. Dash is the root. What is given? One of the root of the equation is 7 by 5 minus 7 by 5. Therefore value of m, one of the value of m is minus 7 by 5. So here we have to substitute. M is equal to minus 7 by 5 is the root of the given equation. So substitute m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 in the given equation. So we have to substitute minus 7 by 5 in the given equation. Now substitute 5m square. The equation is 5m square. M square means minus 7 upon 5 bracket square. Here 2m means minus 7 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Means substitute the values of m. This is the given equation. From that substitute m. So here simplify this one in rough work. So here we can simplify on the rough paper. Don't write directly. So here let us see how to simplify this 5 into minus 7 upon 5 bracket square. So this becomes 5 into square of every number is positive. Square of 7 is 49. Square of 5 is 25. So 5 ones are and 5 5s are. So we get 49 upon 5. This is the number in the next bracket. Is it clear? So squaring this one and then multiplying by 5 we get 49 upon 5. Similarly simplify this one. 2 into minus 7 upon 5. Here product of the numerators, product of the denominator. So minus sign is there. Minus 7 2s are 14 divided by 5. Is it clear? This one, first one, 5 into minus 7 upon 5 bracket square. So squaring this, minus 7 square is 49 divided by 5 square is 25. So 5 ones are 5 5s are, so we get 49 upon 5, and here minus 14 upon 5. Now substitute that value. So here we have to substitute minus 14 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Now add these two numbers. Again separately add these two numbers on the rough paper. So here the numbers are 49 upon 5 and minus, because plus minus both signs are here, so it becomes minus 14 upon 5. Whenever there is a common denominator, 5 taken as a common denominator. Now 49 minus 14, we get 49 minus 14, we get 35. So 35 by 5 is equal to 5 ones are 5 7s are. So here we get 7, this sum is equal to 7 plus k is equal to 0, and therefore k is equal to minus 7. So in this way we can complete this activity or complete that sum number 6.
Hello friends, if you have any doubt, then you can write in a comment box. I will try to solve your doubts. If you like my channel, please press the like button and subscribe my channel and share the video to your friends. Thank you.